Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Wow, talk about London. London, look here, the performances were stellar right across the board. Records were tumbling left, right, and center. If you ever did, I wonder why people love go London, girl. No, no, no. The performance them stay good all across the board. I was absolutely excited and thrilled watching the London Diamond League. And as I said, if this is a prelude to the Paris Olympic Games, then look here, it's gonna be an absolutely thrilling show, event after event, race after race, jump after jump, and throw after throw. And I'm absolutely here for it and absolutely here for the Jamaicans doing their thing there as well. But with that said, this video is going to highlight some more, absolutely stellar performances that happened at the London Diamond League. And let's kick things off with the women's 400-meter hurdles because I think that this particular performance kind of solidified a particular thought process that was out there because I saw a lot of people saying, the naysayers saying, Femke Ball ran that 50.95 at altitude. It doesn't matter. Sydney's way ahead of her. Well, guess what? Guess what? I believe that Femke Ball has come out after that 50.95. And this run in London for me, it was very smooth, very relaxed as well, trackies. And as far as I'm concerned, a much better technical, execution than I saw, in her 50.95 run. And she ran winning a meeting record in a meeting record time, 50.30 seconds. It tells you that, yeah, the challenge is definitely on, definitely absolutely on for the Paris Olympic Games. So for those who weren't convinced, watching her recent running, was just attributing everything that happened to altitude. Nah. Girl, buttery bad, buttery over the hurdles bad. Me never know the hurdles did it. Hurdles never did it within that run that I was watching. The hurdles never did it none tal. I was looking at the other athletes that were behind her, and I could tell that they were clearing hurdles. With Femke Ball, me never see no hurdles. Girl, I run straight through. Me never think say no hurdles did it. Absolutely fantastic run from her. As I said, it was a meeting record, 50.13. And I'm excited that, as again, the 400-meter hurdles, though, again, this doesn't really come close to, or not that close to, the 50.65 done by Sydney McLaughlin earlier on at her national championships. It definitely makes things more exciting because sometimes you go into competition and you can tell the winner track is not that exciting and that thrilling. But when there's competition and stiff competition, you can say, all right, we're gonna get the exciting race that will come down to the wire. And I think that is what is building up here between a Femke Ball and also a Sydney McLaughlin Leveroni. Kind of reminiscent of a Sydney McLaughlin Leveroni and a Dalila Mohammed, when Dalila was still at her best running. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. So I think we're definitely going to get that challenge from Femke Ball, and I'm here for it absolutely. Shamira took second. She ran a 52.78. Rushell Clayton was third. She ran a 53.24. And Anjanette Knight was fourth with a 53.69. And that was a season's best for Anjanette Knight. While Cheyenne Salmon was seventh with a 54.50. Now, as it relates to Rushell Clayton in this particular run, as you all know, she's already gone 52.51 so far this season. I talk about how Jamaicans train versus how Americans train. And a lot of people, use it as an excuse, but it is a thing. Jamaicans tend to reload after championships heading into our trials, that is heading into a major championship. So this particular run for me, a 53 0.24, she looked very heavy over those hurdles as well. It's giving me good indications that by the time we get to Paris, she's going to be much better than that 52.51 that she did at the national championships. And remember when she did that, she wasn't expecting anything remotely close to that. So again, I'm excited because think about it. She ran a 53.24 here, as far as I'm concerned, looking very heavy. Then when we consider, that at the trial, she was expecting like a 53.3 potentially, right? And this is, faster than that while being heavy, while at the trials, she was, peaked, you would say, at that particular moment. What's going to happen in Paris when she tapers off again? That's all I'm saying. I'm excited for Rushell Clayton. I'm excited for her, trying to let's say target the top two. It's not gonna be easy, clearly, because we saw what Femke Ball did here. She ran over them hurdles. They like the hurdles them never did it. So Russia Clayton clearly has it, up against her if she wants to target, those two athletes that are ahead. Sydney McLaughlin Leverwin, that's number one. Femke Ball, that's number two. But here what? Look here, if you're in a one race, why not go for the win? Why not go for the win? I'm absolutely here for it. But you know what it is at the end of the day, track is, I'm not underestimating anybody, as I said. So there'll be other athletes that will be coming up, but I like this run from a Rushell Clayton, and I'm definitely here for it. Anjanette Knight runs a season's best. We can't ask for more. I was expecting more from her this season. I will not lie. Unfortunately, something went wrong someplace. I'm not really sure where, because she's been doing well from indoors. We're talking about running 800s, running 400s, right? So I'm not sure where, or what happened. Maybe she picked up an injury along the way, not sure, because not all the time athletes tell you about these things, right? So it's good seeing her come out here and do a season's best run in the women's 400-meter hurdles. Now I want to jump on over to another event that was, quite the event, and that was the women's 800 meters, with some more records being shattered. Talking about a world leading meeting record, national record, and personal best being run by Keely Hodgkinson. Now y'all heard me talking from earlier on this season that Keely is back. Keely is literally back. And I don't see where we could have a Mary Mora that won at the World Championships last year take down a Keely Hodgkinson. And every time she runs, literally, I'm seeing Keely Hodgkinson get better and better and better, smoother and smoother and smoother. It's also reminiscent of what I used to be watching with an A-Thing Mo when she was at her best in 2021 to go away to win the Olympic title. This year, it looks like it's Keely's gold. I'm not gonna lie. There are a few athletes that are out there watching, a few Ethiopians. As I said, I'm watching the Kenyans as well. But Keely definitely looks like the powerhouse in this particular event this season. As I said, running, record after record right now. Rarely, as I said, meeting record, national record PB, 1 minute 44.61 seconds to take the win. Now, Jamariki was second. She ran a PB, 1 minute 55.61. And Georgia Bell was third. Another personal best, 1 minute 56.28. What's interesting with these top three is that they're all from Great Britain. So Great Britain looks like they're coming with a real powerhouse team in the 800 meters this season. And look here, if you slip on a slide, because whilst I'm saying Keely looks like she's set for goal, you never know. Nobody had a medal them, and Jamariki has been thereabouts for years now. So Jamariki looks like she's setting herself up nice. Not sure if this Georgia Bell is their third team member, but if she is, then child, they are definitely setting themselves up nicely for that 800 meters. Now, Natoya Gold, happy, happy, happy. She placed fourth with a season's best 1 minute 56.83. Now, earlier on this season, she definitely had a setback, but guess what? That setback was for a major comeback, because she's definitely come back major with this 1 minute 56.83 second run. For me personally, this race is how I want to see a Natalia Gould run. Tactically smart in terms of not necessarily trying to, front run. I've never really liked her as a front runner, right? And as long as she's within touching distance, I believe that she can use, because she's fast. A lot of people say she's not fast. She's definitely fast. She can use that speed in the home stretch to try to get to that line. I thought she did really well running a season's best here, 1 minute 56.83. Clearly, comparison is going to take more, but based on the fact that again I'm seeing her go from strength to strength. Guess what? In Paris, I'm hoping that we can see the best of her for 2024, and that best will lead her to that ultimate individual medal that she's been going after for years. And we're here for Natalia, looking absolutely fantastic in the women's 800 meters. So with that being said, track is that's at the 800 meters. Keely Hodgkinson look good, like again, Butter. I've been talking about Butter all day, but yeah, some of them athletes just look too good at this particular point, and she's one of them right now. And she looks like she's on her way to gold. Now I want to touch on the men's 400-meter hurdles. Now, for me, again, this is another major event heading into the Paris Olympic Games, where the clash, the intense rivalry, it's gonna come down to the line, as far as I'm concerned, at the Paris Olympic Games between Rai Benjamin and, of course, Carson Warholm. He's a world record holder, and also Alison Dos Santos. Two of those athletes weren't here. Alison Dos Santos was here, but Rashawn Clark definitely turned up here, and this is the best of his running so far this season. So Alison Dos Santos walked away with the win, and he ran a 47.18 seconds. Rashawn Clark was second with a season's best run, 47.63. And A new athlete, I would say from Qatar. I wasn't really familiar with him. Abakar, he ran 47.72 for a new personal best. Now, Qatar always has some athletes that come out of the woodworks during Olympic Games. We see them time and time again. So I'm not really surprised about that. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said, Dos Santos, it was a pretty easy run for him. He didn't have, the major rivals in the race, so there was no need to push it really hard. In my opinion, it didn't look like to me he was trying to overdo it. Paris is right around the corner. This is just an easy run out for him or blowout for him as he heads into Paris, as far as I'm concerned. And then for Rashawn Clark, as I said, this was the better of the running for him all season. I did talk about our trials. I didn't like the running there technically, right? And I was watching his run versus Alison Dos Santos in this, and I was thinking to myself, as Rashawn gets more experience in the 400-meter hurdles, he'll get technically better, clearing the hurdles, because I believe too much wasted movement again is the reason why a lot of these athletes are not able to run as fast as they potentially could. When you look at the likes of a Rai Benjamin, though I don't think not Alice, I'm sorry, though I don't think Karsten is the best technical hurdler, he gets the job done with his strength, gladiator strength. I mean, I know him get that from, right? But with that being said, typically, even if you go back to the women, Sidney McLaughlin, Leveroni, you look at the Femke Ball, these people are all efficient, right? The efficiency over the hurdles is what gets you to these superior times, right? And I was looking at the Rushawn versus Allison. They're pretty much on the same height, right? But the difference I noticed, or the major difference at this point, is the efficiency over the hurdles. Rushawn isn't as efficient, much more efficient than he was at the trials, because he was all over the place. And I talked about that, and he has to clean that up if he wants to, challenge the likes of Alison Dos Santos and the best in the world at the Paris Olympic Games. I'm here for him making it to the finals, and I'm here for him going for it, right? But as time passes, I'm hoping to see him get technically better over the hurdles. This has always been my complaint when we talk about Jamaican hurdlers, is that are the ones that train locally. Let's put it that way, because not all Jamaican hurdlers, right? But the ones that train locally don't seem the best technically and the most efficient over the hurdles. So that being said, I'm hoping, and it doesn't matter if it's the longer distance or the shorter distance. It's just a thing with the Jamaicans and the hurdles. Once they're locally trained, they're definitely not the most efficient. And you can't come for me if you don't want to come for me, but truth is truth, right? So I am hoping though that going forward, we can see our hurdles be much more efficient. But with that said, these were my thoughts from the London Diamond League. Let me know what was your favorite race. For me, definitely have to go with the women's 400 meters, hands down. That one got me, as you know, over the moon, child. I was bubbling all over the place. But certainly let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.